What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. I want to talk to you guys about Martin real quick. I was trying last night my best to figure out something good for Martin, make him more viable, because a lot of people say he's not viable. But I would just rework Martin completely. Like flash baton, I would not have gave him a flash baton. He's a mechanic. I would have gave him the ability to make his own weapon, like a scrapper bot that can, throw like shock mines or explosive mines or something of that nature. Or not, even if he didn't have like a scrapper bot, because it may have been too hard, the AI to scrapper bot or whatever, then I would have gave him a makeshift gun, like the flamethrower that we have in the game. Give him a liquid nitrogen gun to freeze zombies, of course not giving it a long cooldown or something, and give the second variation like a flame or shock gun. Like, there's so much you can do with a mechanic, and I'm surprised they just gave him a flash baton with the amount of flashes already in this game. I would just rework makeshift mine, and I would keep life hacks how it is. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, get rid of makeshift mine, make sapper his actual personal skill, and give him special interactions with the armory for his passive. That would be a cool little way of looking at it. But that's personally what I would have done with Martin. It's a mechanic for sakes. I mean, so many ideas you can do with that. Now, I do want to talk about Martin per se. I know you guys are looking at this build like, what the hell is that? Dog tags, supplements 1, 2, and 3. Like, why would you ever put that on Martin? Now, I want to talk about what I found out last night while testing things on Martin. And I do stress the fact that you guys need to test things on your own. Don't just always listen to the next person about, oh, this is good, this is bad, this works this way, that way. Because somebody told me the other day that, well, it wasn't the other day, it was about a week ago. He was like, well, somebody told me that baseball bats attack faster than 2x4s. Like, what? You're talking to the guy who puts over 600 hours in just brawlers alone. You're gonna tell me that a baseball bat swings faster than a 2x4 when they have the exact same animations? And the only difference between that is a little extra damage. You can't tell me otherwise that a bat is faster than a 2x4 when I have did side-by-side comparisons on all of the weapons. So test this stuff out yourself. Don't just listen to the next person. But we're gonna talk about what I found out about Martin. First, I'm gonna take everything off Martin, and we're gonna go into a practice match, and we're gonna test out some stuff on a makeshift mine per se, and the shock version at that. Now, I just want you guys to pay attention to how much damage the makeshift mine does, and I'm gonna talk about it as well.
I'm sorry, but I must do this.
Yeah, so I was trying to make like a Super Martin build or Master Mechanic Martin build or something to make them a little more fun to play. Now, let me show you guys something. Makeshift mine alone does, I think, 360 damage if you land the makeshift mine. Well, the shock version, of course. So if I land this on the zombie, 360. Let me go ahead and just knock him out. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go look for a yellow herb real quick and put it in perspective, the yellow herb actually increases makeshift mine's damage. Not by a lot, just a little bit. I think the devs knew not to greatly increase the damage on the mine, so they only gave it a little more damage. And there's usually like a yellow herb somewhere. Here it is. Okay. There's always a yellow herb or a spray on stage 1. Maybe a couple herbs in the spray, but you're always gonna find something. Let's place this. Wait! Crap. God dang it. I forgot to activate the yellow herb. So the damage actually splits the more zombies it hit. Kind of interesting to know as well. If it's one zombie, it takes the full damage. And if it's multiple zombies, I guess the damage splits off. I didn't even notice that last night because I was only testing it on one zombie. Are both coming? No, it's one coming. Alright. And this is an incredibly long cooldown at that. 45 seconds for a mine that isn't really amazing.
Wow. These will be stunning.
So damage should increase from 360 and go up a little bit. 468, right? That's not terribly too bad.
This went as I predicted.
Now, when we talk about items or equipment for Martin, Iron Nails is very specific. It increases power of melee attacks. FMJ rounds is very specific, and it greatly increases power to firearms. Metal Solvent, of course, works on traps. EMP rounds works on cameras, so on and so forth. Leather Handle only gives you crit damage on melee attacks, and Long Barrel only gives you crit on firearm damage. Now, Makeshift Mine, when you only shock one zombie, is a critical attack because it's red numbers. Red numbers mean critical attack in this game, and I find it odd that these are very specific cards and they don't increase shock damage because, again, they're specific to melee and firearm damage. Now, what's strange to me is when I go down to dog tags, it moderately increases the chance of landing a critical hit and slightly increases the power of melee and firearms. The power of melee and firearms does nothing, but the fact that dog tags give you moderate increases the chance of landing a critical hit. Now, if we put on dog tags and then we go to reinforce and we keep reinforcement, now this is what's strange to me. These cards together actually increase Shock Mine's damage because it's considered a critical hit. Of course, I'm showing you guys this stuff without like editing it out, so if you want to skip the loading times, I mean, you can, but I want to show you guys I'm not altering anything. This isn't something amazing on Martin, but it's just something I found out last night
You must
while
die
testing.
here.
Off the cuff here. Why don't we just why don't you just
So
let us
a
go?
normal makeshift mine on one zombie did 360 last time, and I'm not going to use the yellow herb this time. I'm just going to use a regular makeshift mine.
I'm ecstatic.
Come on, zombie, don't be that stupid. Let's go. 396. You can see that the crit increased, but not by a lot, and I can't hit the zombie. Thank you, sir. So it increased because it's considered a critical hit, and for some odd reason, it's a non-specific card. And his passive is non-specific. So giving it said non-specific cards work on his mind. And I don't think the devs really realized that, or they probably did that on purpose. But if so, I really do think they need to increase the damage it's scaling up to. Oh, I meant to activate the yellow herb. But yeah, if you activate the yellow herb again, the damage increases. But I'm not gonna, wait another 45 seconds to show you guys the damage number for that. Just know that it does increase. Now, we're gonna go back. And since that's being said that non-specific cards work on Martin's makeshift mind, you would think that hollow point rounds would increase that damage, but it doesn't. It's a non-specific card, but yet it does not increase damage on his mind, even though it's considered a critical attack. And I think they knew this and wanted this to not be intended, so they made sure hollow point rounds were not a factor in disturbing his mind. Again, it's a non-specific card that gives you increased chance of landing a critical attack, non-specific on melee or firearms, so it worked. This should have worked as well, so I think they knew to make that not affect makeshift mind. Now, you saw yellow herbs actually gave it a increase in effect as well, so that's why I had like all 3 supplements testing it out last night. I'm gonna try to keep this video under 10 minutes for you guys, because I'm still tired and my sleep schedule is way off. So I had supplements 1, 2, and 3, and the damage is not super great on makeshift mind. It really isn't, because you can't use the hollow point rounds to increase it, even though it's a non-specific card or equipment. I mean, I'm saying card meaning it's equipment piece, but I'm so used to saying card.
I calculate your odds of survival at 32.3333%.
So I'm not gonna lie, I like Bard. I really do like him, but
Different idea.
like I said, there's so many iterations you could do with this character just because he is a mechanic. Like I said, a Tesla coil, scrapper bot. You can give him a makeshift gun or something. I don't know, but there are so many different iterations you can do with this. Now, like I said, supplements with yellow herb with a makeshift mind. Now it goes up, but not too much. 601 is the highest I've gotten so far, but of course with the yellow herbs, you get a lot of damage on your firearms because it increases damage dealt. So I was gonna call this like Super Martin, and it only affects him when he has a yellow herb active. Let me know what you guys think, and or if you want like ideas too to help me make something for Martin, make it more viable and fun, let me know in the comments. Like I said, I'm gonna keep this under 10 minutes, and I'm probably gonna fall back to sleep again. So I'm probably gonna see you guys in another video. And I may not make a video tomorrow, just depending on how I feel or things go. I might just skip one day, because lately I have been making a video every single day. And trying to come up with content every day. Of course, I'm not used to it just yet. So I do have to come up with different ideas, make things up, and try not to think of something that people have already done. So I want to make like a Super Martin build. If you guys have any thoughts or comments to make him a little more viable. And this does work on his flame mine as well. But think about the flame mine, the initial damage can be scaled up, not by a lot, I think the initial damage goes up to like 312 from 240, and the burn damage only caps at 180. It never goes up. I don't know why, but no matter what I do, I cannot get the burn damage to go up. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video, and I'll see you guys in another one. As always, stay safe out there and enjoy the rest of you guys' day.
No
Peace.
more time.